Hey guys, what's up? It's Audra and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Happy November! I can't believe that it's already November. This year has been flying by so fast, I feel. I'm gonna start off this month with a pretty interesting video. So I know you guys like when I do content that has to do with like Concrete Castles, First to 11, stuff like that. So today, on my sleeve, I have the top 11 most difficult first to 11 songs. So what this entails is I went through all of our covers, basically ever, and I picked out the top 11 that were like the hardest for me to sing and record, and that's pretty much it. So I didn't put them in any particular order, because I don't really know. It's hard to rank them because they were all hard in like different ways. So I'm just gonna give you the list of everything, like the 11 songs that have been the hardest to sing, but they are not in an order of like hardest song to sing to like still hard but like not as hard as that one. It's like a weird scale. It's hard to rate that. So I'm just gonna give you the list of the top 11 most difficult first 11 songs. Number 1 on the list is Heathens. Now this was our very first cover that we ever did, and it is a very low song. And honestly, at the time, my voice was not as low as it is now. Probably because I was 15 when that video came out. So my voice was not as developed as it is right now. And so it made it definitely a little bit harder to kind of sing that song. Because I was like, I don't know if I can actually sing this low. And I never recorded really before, like anything before that. So I just went over to Ryan's house, like in his basement, in the closet that we had like the little microphone set up in, and I just tried super hard to sing the low notes, and eventually I got it, but it was very difficult. And then we had that little part where we changed the bridge. All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. And I was like terrified of changing that, and I didn't know what to do. So yeah, number 1 is Heathens. Number 2 on the list, I know I've talked about this one before on like first to 11 stuff, but number 2 is Praying by Kesha. This song sucked. It was so hard. So I'll give you a backstory. I was very sick when we did this song. So I kept having to record it in little tiny bits to like make sure that it was sounding good. So like I would go in and record a little bit, and then my voice would blow out. And I also didn't know how to take care of my voice back then. Didn't warm up. I didn't sing properly. Like I was a mess. And so I went in and I was sick, and I had like a sore throat, and, like stuffy, and I was recording this song, and I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. And this is before, we planned ahead for if things like this happen. So like we had to get it done or we would have missed a week. And you know what? We don't miss weeks here on First to 11. We never have. So I recorded Praying. I hear my cat and I don't even know where he is. Oh, there he is. So we recorded Praying, and I was just like, this sucks. In the video, I'm still sick, and I think you can tell in the video. If you like watch it back, you'll just be like, she's ill. That was that one, Praying. All right, number 3 is our collab with Halcyon, Violet, and Lauren, Somebody to Love. Now, we've done plenty of collabs, but this was the very first big one that we did. So Matt came up with this idea, and he was like, let's do a Queen cover. And so I reached out to all the girls, and then Addie was like, well, can we do it on our channel too? So that's how we ended up doing 2 Queen covers. But this was the first time I ever had to arrange vocals for other people. So I was like very nervous to like go through and arrange everything, and I didn't know their vocal like parts and like voices as well at the time because it was the very first one that we had done. So I was pretty scared, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. It just was very, very difficult. It took me like a whole entire week to record the song. Number 5 is a more recent cover. Number 5 is What's Up by the 4 Non Blondes. I actually love singing this song. We did it on a live stream, and I absolutely adored it. And it did super well on First 11 Bonkers channel. So we decided to do an actual cover of it for our acoustic EP. And when it came to doing the actual cover, I was like, why is this so much harder than just singing it on a live stream? And then I realized it's because I have to do every part twice. So I was singing it, but I was singing it twice, and it was really difficult. That was kind of how that that happened, because I was like, sang it once on the live stream, this is easy. But then I was like, oh, I have to sing it 2 times over on this recording, because when we record, we do mains and doubles of all of our vocals, so I had to sing it twice, and I was like, this is insanity. Number 6 is Ocean Avenue. I don't understand why this one was so hard for me. I think at like the time, we weren't really, doing as many covers, and like I was still kind of getting used to it, honestly. And I feel like I just never used to do a good job at singing songs that were like easy for me to sing and making them sound interesting. So like Ocean Avenue in itself is a very easy song. There's not a lot of vocals in the original. There's not a lot to build off of. And I was just doing it, straight up off of the original. So I wasn't adding anything extra. And then we got it back and I was like, this does not sound good. Like, I'm not happy with it. So I redid the whole cover. Maybe twice, honestly. I can't remember. And that's why that one's on the list. Because the song itself isn't hard, but I was just super unhappy with how my vocal takes kept coming out for that song. So in the end, I ended up just stacking and stacking harmonies on top of it to fix that. Number 7 is Welcome Home by Coheed and Cambria. Do I even have to explain this one? This song's so hard. And the worst part was I really wanted to get the same quality sound that he does when he's singing. And it's hard because I'm a girl, so that song is much easier for me to sing than it is for somebody like, Claudia, the singer, who's a guy. The song is very high. So it sounds like he's like straining and pushing and singing higher, when in fact, it's exactly the same, but I'm just a girl, so it's easier. But I wanted to get that same nasally, choked up vowel sound quality when I was doing this cover. So that's kind of what I aimed for, and it was very difficult, and it took me a long time to get it right. And also the ending, there's this huge crazy run that you can barely hear, and I made something up for it, and I think it sounds good now. But in the moment, I was like, I have to do this again. Like, I have to do it twice. How am I going to recreate this? Number 7. This cover literally came out yesterday. This one is Shiksa, Girlfriend by Say Anything. And this was Matt's birthday cover. And it was so hard. Not only are the words insanely difficult, but the vocal lines themselves never repeat except for when you get to that chorus. There's no structure of like first verse, chorus, second verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. It's like chorus, one part, another part, chorus, solo, another part, 2 choruses. It makes no sense in my head. So when I recorded this, I literally recorded it line by line by line. And it's so hard to do, especially for like a song like this and like Say Anything, is like, their songs are amazing, but he is not a singer. So, like, he's not singing a lot of these parts. But you know what's even more annoying? He can be. And the beginning of that song literally ruined my life. So the whole a cappella part at the beginning, I arranged all that and had everybody at the studio sing on it. And I was listening to it and I was like, I literally can't even tell what's going on right now. So the beginning was super hard because he was so good at singing that part that it was crazy. And then the rest of the song was hard because he was literally just like speaking words and yelling. And I was like, how did we get here? How did this happen? I actually really, really love how this cover came out, and it's probably one of my favorite songs ever that I've like actually sang on for a cover, but it just happened to be very difficult. Number 8 is Bring Me to Life by Evanescence. This one, the song itself isn't hard, but again, Evanescence is just such a huge band and their following is just insane, and I really wanted to make sure that I got this right. So I took my time on this, and I wanted to get that Amy Lee quality sounding voice at the beginning, and I just mastered it in a few days so I could like make sure that it sounded good. Let me say, it took me a few days to master the beginning. Like the, how can you see into my eyes like open doors? And then I still had to do the rest of the song. So I wanted to really capture her sound in the beginning and then kind of make it our own after that. And that's kind of what I did with the cover. But it was really hard to change it up, make it more interesting, maybe make it a little more rock sounding, like belt some more stuff. I don't know, just make it cool. In comparison to her, I mean, she sings in her head voice like the whole entire time that she sings, and I didn't want to do that. It was just kind of finding a balance between the original and ours without changing it too much to the point where people get mad because they're like, we love this song, So yeah, Bring Me to Life. Number 9 is a Christmas song. Number 9 is Santa Tell Me by Ariana Grande. This song is just hard, period. Ariana Grande songs are hard. There's so much in them. She sings so high, and she has a beautiful mixed voice to the point where I'm just like, I don't even know how this exists and how you're doing it right now. So when she's singing that, Santa, tell me if you're really there. Don't make me fall in love again if you won't be here next year. Like, all of that is in her mix. But I was not good enough to have a good mixed voice at that age when we covered this song. So I belted the whole thing, the whole entire thing. And it strained my voice pretty bad. It was very difficult, and I wish that we could redo that cover because I think I could do a lot better of a job now singing it. But I mean, you get what you get. It's just she sings so high and her songs are so difficult, and the only way to get better is just practicing them, but we do a lot of covers, so I get to sing a lot of different voices and a lot of different voice parts, and hers is definitely one of the most difficult. We're nearing the end of our list. Number 10 is Since You've Been Gone by Kelly Clarkson. We dropped this song down, I think, a whole step, probably, from the original key. And it is still the most difficult song probably ever to this day that I've sang. Like, we did this over quarantine, I remember, over like COVID quarantine last year, so in like March through April, and I just remember sitting in my room all day trying to record this song. And I would sing some, and then my voice would hurt, and I'd come out, and I'd, eat or watch an episode of TV or something, come back in, try again. And it was just constant for like 3 days of me trying to record the song. Because who can sing that? Shut your mouth, I just can't take it. Again and again and again and again. Like, that was so hard. I don't know. I don't understand. But I did it in the end. But it just sucked. Like, it was just hard. This one I don't even know how to explain. Like, other ones I had a really good explanation of, like, why it was so difficult. This one is just a hard song. It is hard. All right, the final song on the list, the number 11. I was going to do this, and then I like this better. Number 11. Number 11 is The Kill, Bury Me by 30 Seconds to Mars. This one, I have actually really liked this song for a while, and it's kind of the same thing as What's Up. Like, I've sang it live, and it hasn't been bad, but when I went to record it and I was like, I have to sing this same part over and over again, and it's so hard, that's when it kind of hit me, and I was like, this song is insane. This is Jared Leto. Also, I always think of that when I sing these songs. I'm just like, what? That's so weird to me. But that chorus, come break me down, bury me, I am finished with you. It's so difficult to sing, and I didn't remember how hard it was. And I think I also recorded this over quarantine. This was definitely one of our first videos, like, back in the studio. And I remember just, again, same thing. I would record it, then I'd have to stop, and then I'd record it again, and then I'd stop, and then I'd do it again because I was just it was hurting so bad to try and sing this. And, again, I think all of these, if I just recorded them now, would sound so much better because I just got better at singing. Because I'm just getting older and I'm just working on my voice, and I work on my voice every day. So I think if I had a chance to do all of these again, I think I would do a better job. But it definitely is weird to look back and see, like, which ones were difficult? Would they still be difficult for me now? And honestly, the answer is I don't know. They could still be. I could go try and sing The Kill again on a recording and just be like, man, this song it's just hard. Or I could just be like, oh, I was stupid. I should have sang it like this, and it would have made it easier. I don't know. A lot of stuff like that runs through my head when I think about you know, covers that we did that not even necessarily that I'm like upset about or like don't like the final product, but just that I'm like, I feel like I could have made this easier on myself and it maybe would have sounded even better than it does. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. That is my list of the top 11 most difficult first to 11 covers we've ever done. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. Leave a comment if you like thought any of these were hard for me. Because I always like to see if people can tell, like in the videos and in the recording, if I like struggled with the song. So I know I talked about praying before, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know which song you think would be the hardest for you to sing out of these ones. If you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss an upload every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye! See you next week!